This film sticks with Leon's winning recipe of comedy and social commentary. The introduction of a relevant, engrossing story and the depth of emotion takes it to the next level. He took 4 years to write it, and with co-star Themba Ntuli, looks to have another hit.
Leon, you play Sonny Frank, and the way he is established certainly reveals a lot about the kind of person that he is.
Yeah, Sonny Frank is a liar, he's a cheat, he's a windgat, and the only reason that he becomes chummies with Fearless here is because Fearless is in possession of a golden Kruger coin. And Sonny wants to get into Pretoria, so they got this journey, and then suddenly something goes horribly wrong and they lose each other.
What an exciting thing to be a part of, Themba. Tell us about the journey of your characters.
Fearless starts off as a very cool young man, you know, playing with Rhino, playing with Dog, until this tragedy takes place, and then his whole life is just flipped upside down, and he begins to develop a sense of respect and having to do something regarding the rhinos, and that's when the journey just sets off.
What's also special about this movie is that it's the very first time a CGI rhino has been used in a South African film.
Yeah, you know, we worked between a puppet rhino and a CGI rhino. It was extremely difficult, and my director, Gray Hoffmeyer, is a very technical man. He knows his job well, and he just made this rhino a lovable, endearing character.
I had to interact with the rhino a lot. It was so real because we had the eyes moving, the ears were twitching, the texture of the puppets, you know, we even had like some gel thing that they put on the eyes to give it that glistening, you know, look. And when I interacted with it, like you know, just brush it and like, you know, do that, tickle it, you know, it would like do that. And so that was quite an exciting experience, yeah.
To put the right message out there, the filmmakers collaborated with an authority, Jana Pretorius of the Rhino Pride Foundation.
Jana, this is so special. You work very closely with the rhino. How did you get involved with the film?
I was asked by somebody who found my foundation, the Rhino Pride Foundation, on the internet. When I met with them, they told me, no, it's a Leon Schuster movie. I was like, of course, yes. Why do you even ask me?
So what is the current status of poaching in South Africa?
I think a lot of people will tell you that the poaching numbers have come down, but it actually hasn't. All that's happened is that we have fewer rhinos left. At the moment, we still have around 3, even up to 6 rhinos being poached per day. The statistics says that we have in Africa, say, between 18 and 22,000 white rhino left, which is not true. I think if we look at South Africa, that has 99% of the world's white rhino population, we're probably around 8,000. These are southern black rhinos. You still have the desert black rhino, and then you have the northern white rhino. There are only 2 left, so functionally they're extinct. Unfortunately, Asian white rhinos, they are pretty much almost extinct as well. Sumatra and Javan, they're extinct in the wild. The private rhino owners are the guys that are really making an effort. So in the end, I believe that the private rhino owners will be the ones that save the species.
So what can we do as ordinary citizens to help?
There are so many rhino organizations, and it's actually a bit of a problem because people don't trust so many organizations and because they're not seeing results. When you want to support a rhino organization, the money that you give needs to be directly to protect them. So yes, he wants...
What is he doing there?
He's suckling my hand because he's hoping to get milk soon.
Let's just keep quiet for a moment. I want to hear this.
And cut.
What is that? You ready for a picnic?
Rhino needs some milk.
Oh yes, so we'll feed the rhino first.
Yes, let's do that.
What is the feeding process? How much food do they require?
So the 2 babies that we have at the moment, they're both around a year old and they get about 12 liters of full milk per day.
Can I give him a kiss?
Yes, of course. Put some milk on your lips.
Anyone want sloppy seconds? All right, let's go eat, guys. What do you say?
Picnic, I would love a picnic, yes.
Oh, let's do it.
Leon is aware that comedy is a new and tricky vehicle in communicating the stark message about rhino poaching. But as a famous song goes, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. and Chef Esther Koza agreed that with the right recipe, all is possible.
This one is our starter, is the prawns and avocado. The second one is the green salad. Our main is an open sandwich with a ciabatta bread, and then with a mayo and whole grain mustard. And the cherry tomato and onion. And the third one is our quiche with a butternut and feta cheese. Enjoy, guys.
The greatest revelation over lunch was Leon's dynamic co-star.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
It is so beautiful out here. Leon, when it comes to location setting, how do you find the perfect spot to tell your story?
We look all over the show for the right setting. If you've got a good location hunter, the movie looks so much better, you know. A picture with beautiful pictures is a lekker picture.
Timber, you're an aspiring filmmaker, writer, director, and actor. What would you say was the biggest learning curve on set for this film?
As a writer-director, I feel like I've gotten to understand the art of cinematic comedy. And I think Leon Schuster is the only guy thus far who's been able to pull it off in such a brilliant, and stylistic manner. Yes, he is, a bit closer to the expiry date, but I'm joking. Don't be offended. I'm only joking. So, thank you so much, Bill.
Yeah, boy, Mfanawa!
Yeah, boy, Leon. Thank you so much.
Take what's yours and move on.
And what can people learn from your character, Fearless?
Number one, fear will always cause you to never achieve what you were born to be. And for us to actually overcome our fear, we need to step out of our comfort zones. We need to be able to face fear in the eye and say, all right, you know what? This is false evidence appearing real. And I'm going to take a stand. If I need to stand up for the rhinos and no one else is going to do it, I'm going to do it. If I'm going to stand up for human rights, for, women's rights, for children's rights, for whatever it is that you strongly believe in, you are the only one who's standing between you and fear. I think just take fear, man. Just like King David, and clap it right here in the forehead and just continue moving forward.
Never mind writing for films. I think he should be writing for the president.
That's my forte, by the way.
I can really tell. Through all the fun, the filming, laughter, what moment stood out most to you guys?
Well, for me, I had to be naked in a scene. So I just asked somebody, can you just put up a little piece of canvas between two trees tied with strings where I can get undressed without the whole of Africa seeing me. So as soon as I was completely kalgat, okay, there was a gust of wind, wow! And that whole piece of canvas was gone. And I stood there like an absolute idiot, covering my crown jewels and just smiling at the crew, and then I slithered off into the bush.
Are you allergic to bees, sir?
I am not allergic to bees! This is a movie that was made for the whole family. It's a roller coaster ride from beginning to end. You never lose interest in this movie. And Gray and I wrote this movie so that the people will be feeling, I don't want it to end, I want more, I want more. And I think we succeeded in that. And my general feeling about a movie, whether it worked or didn't, is when the people walk out of the cinema. If they walk out of there and they look happier than when they walked into the theater, I know that we've had a winning recipe here.
Guys, I cannot wait to watch the movie. I am rushing to the theaters this weekend. Cheers! What a fantastic day. Cheers.
Yes, all of you.
Cheers.
To the crew.
Cheers to the crew. What amazing. So amazing.